It's Monday, it's a new week, it's the same game day grind. We've got 7 bets coming your way across 3 sports. Let's jump right in. What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers, and thank you for watching today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Today is Monday, December 1st, and in today's video, we're going to be breaking down 7 bets across 3 sports. We've got an action-packed NHL slate, an action-packed NBA card, and some afternoon European soccer, focusing on Serie A in Italy. Before we get into tonight's content, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys are new around here. We're pumping out some great content on a daily basis, and I do not want you to miss out on anything going forward. Now, let's waste no more time. Let's jump right in. Starting on the ice, we're talking Philadelphia taking on Pittsburgh. To kick things off, we are taking the Philadelphia Flyers Pittsburgh Penguins game to go over 5.5 goals. The odds are minus 140. Look, call me crazy, but I don't see how this game doesn't see at least 7 goals in this contest. The Penguins are doing everything in their power to play in high-scoring games of late, going over this total in 3 straight games. They also just gave up 7 goals to a struggling Leafs side, and something that tells me that defense is not going to be fixed overnight. They're also likely to start Arthur Silvos in net tonight. He's got a 3.00 GAA with a sub-900 save percentage. As for the Flyers, they are playing some good hockey of late. They've won 3 straight games and have put up at least 4 goals in each of those games and in 4 of their last 5. They're also playing in high-scoring games as well, going over this number in 4 of their last 5 contests. These two teams know each other very well, but this game is usually an over game, going 4-2 to the over in the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Take the over 5.5, minus 140. From Philly, we're going to St. Louis, where the Blues are hosting the Anaheim Ducks, and we're going to be taking the Ducks on the money line at plus 130. Look, I usually try to play against teams that are playing on the back end of a back-to-back, and the Ducks are that team tonight. But I really like what they've been doing this season. I think they're undervalued in this spot for a couple of reasons. They have the second best offense in the league, netting 3.63 goals per game, while generating the 4th most shots on target. In this game, they've got a top 10 shooting percentage, and their key guys are producing a ton from top to bottom. I understand the issues lie with their defensive abilities, giving up at least 3 goals in 6 straight games, but the Blues aren't exactly an offense that's built to take advantage of it. They are 29th in goals per game, 28th in shots, and they're scoring just 2.62 goals per contest. They are also bad on the defensive end, allowing 3+ goals in 3 of their last 4 games. A 1-0 win versus Utah last time out was their first shutout of the year, and I simply do not see that happening again. The Blues are mid, and they shouldn't be this big of a favorite against anyone in the league. I'm going to take the more consistent offense here. Give me the Anaheim Ducks moneyline plus 130. From the Midwest, we're going out west. We're talking the San Jose Sharks hosting the Utah Mammoth. We are rolling with the Sharks on the moneyline at plus 140. Speaking of being undervalued, the Sharks are 8-4-2 on their home ice, and at plus 140, I simply cannot pass up this opportunity. They're taking on a bad Utah side who are playing some bad hockey of late. They've dropped 3 straight games, outscored 9-6 in the process, and they're playing their 3rd game in 4 nights in 3 different states. I'm not hard on travel fatigue, but when the morale is low, playing a bunch of hockey in a short period of time, especially on the road, can be a daunting task. I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent here, but another spot you should look to fade the Mammoth is on Saturday versus the Flames, which is going to be their 6th game in 9 nights, the final game of a 6-game road trip. That's a tough ask for any team. Back to tonight, though. The Sharks are good at home. We're getting a nice, juicy plus money price at plus 140. I think their top line is going to dominate in this contest, so take them at home, money line plus 140. From the ice, we're going to the pitch. We're going to Italy, Serie A action between Bologna and Cremonese. Our best bet for this game, we're taking Bologna over 1.5 team total goals, minus 150. Look, this is a massive game for the host as they could jump into 2nd place in the Serie A table with a win here today. Bologna had been in fine form this season, winning 4 of their 5 home games this campaign, and they're currently on a 12-match unbeaten run, which saw them dominate Salzburg in Europa League action on midweek. This is a team that's scoring goals for fun right now, posting multi-goal games in 3 straight games and in 8 of their last 10 fixtures. They should have no issues putting at least 2 goals by this Cremonese side, who's given up 16 goals through 12 matches this season. They're also in poor form away from home with just 1 clean sheet across their last 3 away fixtures, and they've been thoroughly dominated in each of those games. I know this is a bit of a juicy price to lay at minus 150 for a soccer match, but I simply wouldn't give it out if I did not have 100% confidence that this is going to hit and cash the ticket for us. Bologna are flying right now. They're playing in front of their home fans. That should give them an added boost, and I believe 2+ goals should be a cakewalk for them. Take Bologna, team total over 1.5 goals, minus 150. From the pitch, we're going to the hardwood, which means it's time for hardwood handles. To kick things off on Monday's episode of Hardwood Handles, we are taking Kyle Kuzma of the Milwaukee Bucks over 10.5 points. The odds are minus 135. Look, Kyle Kuzma gets to face his former team here in the Washington Wizards on Monday night, and there's no way he lets this game slide without putting up a decent offensive performance. He's playing nearly 30 minutes a night. Even coming off the bench the last 2 games, he's gone over this number in 4 of the last 6 games. The Wizards are a very bad basketball team, especially on the defensive end, with no real rim protectors or elite on-ball defenders. With Giannis listed as a game-time decision, if he's out, the outlook for Kuzma goes up. But even if he's in the lineup, there's still a path for Kuzma to get his minutes and put up at least 11 points. My projections have him at 13.4 points, so over 10.5 points at minus 135 is definitely a buy point. Take Kuzma over 10.5 points, minus 135. Next up, we are talking Igor Demon of the Brooklyn Nets over 11.5 points. The odds are minus 110. Look, if you're looking for 2 shitty teams playing basketball on a Monday night, look no further than the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Brooklyn Nets. However, if you're looking for an edge, take Igor Demon to go over his 11.5 point total. This guy has started the last 10 games for the Nets, and he's playing at least 30 minutes a night. He's not afraid to let fly as the primary ball handler for this Nets side, taking double-digit shot attempts in 5 straight games, including a whopping 14 three-point attempts last time out versus the 76ers. With both teams struggling to defend, this game could very well turn into a track meet, and Demon should have no issues hitting his shot volume and putting up plenty of points. It'll all come down to a good shooting night, as it always does with the point total, but I don't see Demon struggling here. Take him to go over 11.5 points, minus 110. From Brooklyn, we are going to Denver, where the Nuggets are hosting the Mavericks. We're going to go Nikola Jokic under 12.5 rebounds. The odds are minus 105. Look, I usually just take Nikola Jokic to record a triple-double and call it a day, but I think this matchup is a tough one for Jokic, especially on the boards. The Mavericks have big bodies on the inside like Flagg and Davis who can haul in boards at a nice clip, and even PJ Washington is no stranger to hauling in 9 or 10 boards per night. While Jokic does it all, the spread indicates a potential blowout, and if that's the case, sitting Jokic and getting him some rest will definitely aid our bet before he reaches that 13 rebound mark. So we're going to keep it simple. Jokic under 12.5 rebounds, minus 105. That wraps up today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Thank you guys so much for watching. To quickly recap our best bets for tonight, we're taking Pittsburgh, Philadelphia over 5.5, the Ducks on the money line, and the Sharks on the money line in the NHL. In soccer, we're taking Bologna, team total over 1.5 goals. And on the hardwood in the association, we're taking Kyle Kuzma over 10.5 points, Igor Demon over 11.5 points, and Nikola Jokic under 12.5 rebounds. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are tailing, fading, or have any best bets you're making for tonight's slate. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you guys are enjoying the content. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. We'll catch y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Game Day Wagers YouTube channel. As always, keep grinding and good luck.